Herschel Walker, the football legend now running for Senate in Georgia, says he wants to completely ban abortion, likening it to murder and claiming there should be no exception for rape, incest, or life of the mother. When God said, "Thou shalt not kill," and I said, I can't square it, Walker said at the Conservative Christian Values Roundtable in August. I can't get around that. My God, man. This dude is a hoe. He is a hoe. He is a hoe. Walker is a hoe, unironically. What a little whore. What a little whore. Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past, every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. Oh my God, why would he? Turns out Herschel Walker is pro-abortion, is he? Herschel Walker, an anti-abortion absolutist, paid for an abortion in 2009. We have the receipts. Ooh. Who would have thought that a football star is also a whore? Ooh, most sports stars are whores. Ooh, not a condemnation, just a comment of truth. Ooh, just an observation of reality. Ooh, whore. Ooh, Herschel Walker's a whore. Ooh. That's a massive blow, actually. This is what's gonna happen. I made mistakes in my youth. I made mistakes when I was, how old is Herschel Walker? In my youth, when I was the youthful age of, if he's 60 now, that was 2009, that means he was 47? At the young, I was basically a child. I was like 48 years old. I was just a young kid. A young kid, Just like any middle-aged man, I was still trying to figure out my morality. And I was just like any teenager or 48-year-old man. I was doing bad things. It's gonna be great. His TikToker son disowned him via Twitter tonight. No way, really? What's this? What'd you just send me? Oof. Oh god, it's a good one. Wait, where is it? Herschel Walker's son. What's his son's name again? The fucking annoying one? Christian Walker. Here it is. Here it is. Did he actually disown him? Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past, every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. Oh my God, why would he? He's fucking his dad's campaign. He's making it 10 times worse. This is fantastic. He's fucked. He is fucked. He is fucked. Oh my God, this is fucking fantastic. I know my mom, and I would really appreciate my father, Herschel Walker, stop lying and making a mockery of us. You are not a family man when you left us to bang a bunch of women, threatened to kill us, and had us move over 6 times in 6 months running from your violence. Friendly fire. Friendly fire. Oh, this is fucking fantastic. This is fantabulous. This is fantastical. This is bombastic. This is terrific. This is fantastic. Oh my God, this is, I love this, man. Because the thing is, it was a tight race between him and Raphael Warnock. And God, I'm so happy, man. Raphael Warnock's one of my favorite senators. So knowing that this is gonna, oh, dude, there's no way he recovers from this, because it's not only that he got exposed here, on top of being exposed for being a massive hypocrite, through in the minds of conservatives is not only a liar, but also be a baby murderer. Like, there's a lot of things you can get over in politics. Being a hypocrite is something that really fucks you over. Definitely when it's an issue as fundamental as abortion. Like, this is like This is the equivalent of like finding out the most anti-gay politician in the country was just downing cock, like big femboy cock in like the bathroom, right? Like this is like the same level. Because to a conservative, if you believe the conservative viewpoint on abortion is murder. So not only did Herschel Walker commit murder, he also lied about doing it in the conservative mindset. Like this really fucks him. Nick, thank you for the 1,000 bits. I might not agree with their politics, but I don't feel good about watching a family implode in public face. Feels icky. Understandable. But let me just say, A, Christian Walker is a dramatic drama queen, and I find it difficult to believe that he would not kind of lean kind of like into these types of things. He does it all the time, right? Can we just, do we got any Christian Walker TikToks we can look at quick so I can make my point clearer? Walker TikTok Eminem. Does anybody have the Eminem TikTok? Oh, this one's a good one.
Well, I'm a little confused because day one of Pride Month, Starbucks started hanging the rainbow flag. It's July. Where are the American flags? Where are they? You know what, fine. We'll talk to the manager at the drive-thru window. Oh, yes, we will. Because you were all about visibility and inclusion during Pride Month. Well, I feel included and visible under the American flag. Where's my flag? Where's my representative in flag form? You want to play the inclusion game? Let's play it. I love to play games.
Okay, can I be fair to Herschel Walker and his abortion thing? If I would have pumped out this thing, okay, maybe I would have rethought my position on abortion and gone through with one, okay? I think it's understandable, but he shouldn't have lied about it. That's still wrong.
So we'll play the game at the drive-thru and we'll voice our concerns to whatever representative is speaking at the drive-thru window. If this is what you want to play, I feel included under the American flag. I deserve to be included. I'm a Starbucks customer. Hang the American flag. You listen to me and you listen to me clearly. It's our Independence Day. Put up the American flag. The American flag is for every single American. And I'm not liking how exclusive you are.
Who is he speaking to? Who the fuck is he? Well, by the way, they actually, Starbucks, I think there was like some response at some point and they were just like, oh, we just hadn't put it up yet. We just didn't, they ordered the flag, the American flag. It just didn't get there in time. They were gonna put up American decorations. They just hadn't put them up yet. This is like yelling at somebody for not having Christmas decorations like a day before they put them all up.
Yeah, maybe not all of us, even if we like men, identify under that flag. I identify as an American. Where's my flag? Finish. Done. We'll talk to you at the drive-thru. We will be talking to you at the drive-thru, and you best believe it. Done with you. I thought you were all about diversity, leftists. I thought you were all about inclusion. Well, the American flag is for everyone, and that one's not. Where's the inclusion for everybody else? Where's the diversity for everyone else? You're not doing this to me anymore. I'll voice my... What? Yeah, we'll talk at the drive-thru. We will. I want to be included. Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I love this just aggression and shift. Look at this tone shift.
Be included. Hi.
It's fantastic, man. Dude, there is no better master of disguise when it comes to emotions and what you will display as your emotions and what is fake and real than homos and women, okay? And I say that as a queer who queers often, okay? But those two groups just know how to just go from like 0 to 100 back to 0, like bop 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 bop, just.
Good, how are you? Can I do a tall vanilla bean frappuccino?
Do you want whipped cream?
Please. Are y'all gonna put up an American flag for July 4th?
I'm waiting for it on Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Can I have your name?
Christian.
Christian, and now you have...
Okay, can we get the Eminem ones? I think my favorite Christian Watson thing was his Eminem one. His Eminem one was my favorite. But I guess you guys understand, like, it's hard for me, like, this is somebody who's very dramatic, and where's the Eminem? I really want the Eminem one. Is there? Does anybody have the M&M one? God, I really hope somebody does, because it's very good. It's very good. Then we're gonna have to read this report about him getting an abortion, because this is pretty decently sized news. Here it is. Oh, hey, I posted it. Look at this. This is my favorite. This is my favorite one, okay? And then we'll read the story, okay? Then we'll get the actual background.
So it came out today that apparently M&Ms aren't inclusive enough, so they'll be getting a diversity makeover. Maybe they're not inclusive enough because it's a freaking M&M! Oh, so now we have to add the pronouns and the pride parade and marches through the streets for M&Ms, right? Because you didn't feel represented in the M&M commercial and it hurt your feelings. Oh, you're totally normal. You must be so fun to hang out with. Oh, the M&M characters, yeah. Okay, so the media would rather report on M&M characters than working class Americans who are struggling like out of control right now, than all of us who feel scared because of the massive crime waves going on. No, M&M characters are more important than everyday Americans.
I like he says that like the M&M company has like an impact on like how many shootings the Bloods and Crip does on the weekend. Like they have like a button that is make M&Ms progressive, and then they have a separate button which is stop all crime, and they decided to hit the progressive button over the stop all crime button as if the M&M company and their marketing team has any impact on it whatsoever. It's fantastic, man. I watch this like a bird watcher. It's great to just observe.
Got it. Yeah, I didn't sign up to live in unicorn fairy tale land. Take me back to America. Where the hell do we live? Because this sucks. Nut jobbery. Let's go back to normal. Wake me up when we're normal. What do you mean diversity? It's an M&M! Hi, can I do a...
I'm sorry, man. I can't. This is a person that's impossible to take serious, because I don't know when he's being serious or not. I can't. It's impossible to take him seriously. Now, I do assume that this type of stuff being made public and his family being dragged through this obviously is probably not fun for him. And I assume that his feelings on this is at least somewhat genuine. But God, what a dramatic person, isn't it? Very dramatic person.
A green tea frappuccino grande and a grande ice water.
A grande green tea frap and a grande ice water. Gotcha. What else do you have?
And then can I have an oatmeal with extra hot water in it?
We're actually out of oatmeal right now.
Socialism. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you want to try something else to eat?
No, that'll be it. Thanks.
Thank you, love. It'll be $5.25 for you.
Thanks.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Diversity for M&Ms and socialism at Starbucks. We're out of everything. Welcome to socialism. We're done. The country's finished. But I'm getting a celebratory frappuccino because Starbucks reversed the mandate. You know what? I want to feel freaking included. And I would have felt included if Starbucks had my oatmeal.
So that's Christian Walker, man. He's an interesting guy. He's an interesting fellow. And he seems to be trashing his father right now. Can we actually go through all the tweets before we actually read the story? Could somebody link me the Herschel Walker story again? Here it is. Never mind, I have it. Let's see. Every family member, we're just gonna read this one last time. Every family member of Herschel Walker's asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past. Every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air all of his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. Well, the dude wouldn't have a debate because he's a moron and he would have gotten abolished in a debate. The guy is a walking, talking gaffe machine. So, like, just making up nonsense about like us taking in China's bad air and saying nonsense about climate change constantly. He's like the type of guy who would end up saying something like the Titanic didn't sink and he was swallowed into a wormhole. He just says ridiculous stuff that makes him look like a fool. And he's also a massive hypocrite who's being exposed for being a massive hypocrite. And now his son is publicly airing out the dirty laundry, filling him through of criticism bullets as he's going down, as his campaign's spiraling in a tailspin. Because this plays well with no one. The whole country is going to think he looks like a hypocrite. Conservatives are going to think he's a baby murderer, and liberals are just going to point out, like, oh, once again, the people, no abortions for thee, but abortions for me when it comes to the mistress. It's no different than finding out the homophobe sucks cock behind the Denny's. It's no different. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out his dirty laundry public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. And what's the other tweet? He did one more tweet. I know my mom, and I would really appreciate it if my father, Herschel Walker, stopped lying and making a mockery of us. You're not a family man when you left us to bang a bunch of women, threatened to kill us, and had us move 6 times in 6 months running from your violence. I don't care about someone who has a bad past and takes accountability, but how dare you lie and act as though you're some moral Christian upright man? You've lived a life of destroying other people's lives. How dare you? How dare you? This is campaign Sabuku, man. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. I mean, obviously for him it sucks. For us, it just exposes hypocrisy. So anyway, let's read the article which is causing all this fuss. Pro-life Herschel Walker paid for girlfriend's abortion. Oh, it literally is a mistress situation. Oh, it's fantastic. The woman has receipts and a get well card. She says the football star, now Senate candidate, set her. Herschel Walker, the football legend now running for Senate in Georgia, says he wants to completely ban abortion, likening it to murder and claiming there should be no exception for rape, incest, or life of the mother. Oh, God, he calls it murder, too. And he's a no exceptions guy. Oh, dude, this makes it so much worse. But the Republican candidate has supported at least one exception for himself. A woman who asked not to be identified out of privacy concerns told the Daily Beast that after she and Walker conceived a child while they were dating in 2009, he urged her to get an abortion. The woman said she had the procedure and that Walker reimbursed her for it. She supported these claims with a $575 receipt from the abortion clinic, a get well card from Walker, and a bank deposit that included an image of a signed $700 personal check from Walker. The woman said that there is a $125 difference because she ballparked the cost of an abortion after Googling the procedure and adding it on expenses such as travel and recovery costs. Additionally, the Daily Beast independently corroborated details of the woman's claims with a close friend she told at the time and who, according to the woman and friend, took care of her in the days after the procedure. The woman said Walker, who was not married at the time, told her it would be more convenient to terminate the pregnancy, saying it was not the right time for him to have a child. It was feelings she shared, but what she didn't know was that Walker had an out-of-wedlock child with another woman earlier that same year. Real family man. Asked if Walker ever expressed regret for the decision, the woman said Walker never had. Asked why she came forward, the woman pointed to Walker's hardline anti-abortion position. I just can't with the hypocrisy anymore, she said. We all deserve better. After the Daily Beast reached out to Walker campaign for comment, Robert Ingram, a lawyer representing both the campaign and Walker in his personal capacity, responded. This is a false story, Ingram said in the phone call, adding that he based that conclusion on anonymous sources. All you want to do is run with stories to target black conservatives. I can't believe I'm saying this. I have to say this to a Republican. But are you really going to play the race card? What does this have to do with you being black? This has to do everything with you being a massive hypocrite who, while you have your mistresses get abortions, you want to ban other people from getting abortions and throw away people who get raped and want to get an abortion. But you get an abortion because you're rich, you're wealthy, and you're a massive fucking hypocrite. You focus on black conservatives. We're focusing on him because he's running for Senate. Ingram asked the Daily Beast to disclose the identity of the woman, but we declined. After the story published, Walker released a statement in which he called the story a flat-out lie and said he denied it in the strongest possible terms. I'm not taking this anymore. I'm planning to sue the Daily Beast for this defamatory lie. It will be filed tomorrow morning, he said. Meanwhile, his son lashed out on Twitter in defense of the Daily Beast and against his father. This right here, unironically, I think might be a campaign killer. He might have been able to get through this with plausible deniability. He almost certainly would have taken a hit at the polls. This could have killed his campaign either way, but his own son coming out against him to condemn him and call him a liar on this issue, saying that the whole family knew this type of shit. Oh my God, man. Every family member of Herschel Walker asked him not to run for office because we all knew some of his past, every single one. He decided to give us the middle finger and air out all his dirty laundry in public while simultaneously lying about it. I'm done. According to the receipt, the abortion took place on September 12th, 2009. But again, he was just a kid. He was only 47 years old. And according to the Bank of America deposit receipt, Walker wrote the woman a check for $700 on September 17th. The check was deposited 2 days later. The woman, who also provided proof of her romantic relationship with Walker, told the Daily Beast that he mailed her the check inside the Get Well card. The front of that card features a drawing of a steaming cup of tea and reads, "Rest, relax." The message continues on the inside of the card, "Recover." The card is signed, "Pray you are feeling better," with an H in Walker's distinctive autograph flourish. The woman, a registered Democrat who still communicates with Walker, said he did not tell her about his plan to run for Senate before his announcement in August of 2021. Since then, however, one of Walker's top surrogates has asked her repeatedly if she would be willing to vouch for his character, reaching out as recently as August. In a 40-minute phone call this June about one of his out-of-wedlock children, the Daily Beast pressured Walker repeatedly on whether he'd ever had an abortion with any of his past partners. After dodging the question multiple times, he ultimately said no. Weeks later, a Democratic activist pretending to be Walker's supporter posed the same question at a campaign event, asking the NFL star whether he ever had funded or caused somebody to have an abortion. No, he replied twice when the activist recorded on video. Walker is running in one of the most important races in the country, and the outcome could determine which party controls the Senate. It's also one of the closest races in the country, with recent polling showing Walker just behind his Democratic opponent, incumbent Senator Raphael Warnock. This honestly, this feels like a campaign killer. He might be able to get through plausible deniability, but his son turning on him, honestly, might fuck him. No, what's this? Deleted, but man, you have 4 kids. I love my son no matter what. Wow, so Walker's tweeting that out after Christian made his tweets. Okay. You have 4 kids that we know of. Holy fuck. Oh my God. I'm sorry, just that we know of. Oh my Jesus. You have 4 kids that we know of, and you weren't in the house raising one of them. You were out cheating and lying. If you loved your kids, you'd be raising them instead of running for a Senate race to boost your ego. Oh my God. Christian Walker is single-handedly tanking his father's campaign. Christian Walker can make as many ranty Eminem TikToks as he wants in the future if he single-handedly tanks his father's campaign and guarantees the Senate for the Democrats. Absolutely. Absolutely. But Walker, who according to his... Oh yeah, I forgot about this. But Walker, according to his ex-wife, held a gun to her head and was gonna blow my brains out, has been continuously rocked by reports that he has lied about his past and covered up several love children. Still, the claim he not only urged a romantic partner to have an abortion, but paid for it, could be the most explosive revelation yet. Following the Supreme Court's repeal of Roe v. Wade in July, abortion rights have been a vital campaign issue across the country. The ruling fueled spikes in voter registration and turnout in contests nationwide, especially among women. A recent CBS YouGov survey found that likely Georgia voters said abortion issue is very important, was more than twice as likely to support Warnock to Walker. In such an environment, many Republicans vying for mainstream support in tight races have tried to play center, hoping not to alienate women voters. Not Walker. Abortion has been front and center in Georgia for months, thanks in large part to Walker's own comments. The University of Georgia football icon has drawn media attention with his outspoken, absolutist position in support of a total ban, both statewide and federally, which is a massive issue if he's becoming a senator. He has repeatedly likened the procedure to murder and does not, again, he's a murderer on his own viewpoints. In his own worldview, he murdered a baby. Just saying. In his own viewpoints, he murdered a baby, and he wants to be a senator. Got you. He has repeatedly likened the procedure to murder and does not support any exceptions, including for rape, incest, or the life of the mother. Well, no, there is an exception. The exception is if he bangs the broad. Then it's different. Instances Walker has dismissed as excuses. There's no exception in my mind. Like I say, I believe in life. I believe in life. What's this? What have you linked me? I have no idea. Herschel Walker in response to Handy's question about if he knows the woman who says he paid for her abortion. Let's listen. Does anybody have the full Herschel Walker at Fox News interview? This is massive.
Start with the Daily Beast, Herschel. I mean, serious accusations that in 2009 that you paid for an abortion. First question, do you know the woman that is making this allegation?
I have no idea, but it is a flat-out lie. And now you know how important this seat is. This seat is very important, that they'll do anything to win this seat, lie, because they want to make it by everything else except what the true problems that we have in this country is.
Okay, so the Daily Beast lied, the woman lied, and your son is lying. Everybody but Herschel Walker, the known, we'll just say interesting individual who says a lot of wacky things and has a very wacky and violent past. He's the one that's being truthful this time. Okay, got you.
This inflation, the border wide open, crime. They don't want to talk.
Okay, so you asked me if I murdered a child in my own viewpoint since I called abortion murder. But have I asked you about inflation or immigrants?
About that. So they're making up lies now because they need this Georgia seat. So I'm going to encourage anyone out there, let's not let them take this seat. If you can go to teamherschel.com, let's not let them take this seat, because if
He says take the seat. We already have the seat.
they take this seat, we won't recognize this country tomorrow. Because right now, for them to come out with total lies, I think
Well,
that's
let me
not
ask
right.
you this.
If that terrible Raphael Warnock wins a second term, you might not be able to bang your mistresses anymore. Oh my God. Weasley little liar, dude. Weasley little liar.
So they're claiming that on September 12th of 2009 that the woman has a receipt for an abortion. They're claiming that 5 days later on September 17th, you sent a $700 check and that you sent it in a Get Well card. The Get Well card, it looks like it's included with your signature in the article. Have you seen it? And is that your signature?
It's signed exactly how he signs shit, by the way. If you look at it, that's how he signs shit. If he signs stuff for football, he signs documents, that's how he signs it.
I haven't seen it, but you know, I can tell you, I send out so many get well, send out so much of anything.
Oh, that's not a good answer. That's such a terrible answer. He's fumbling so bad, man. My God, what was his turnover percentage when he was when he was playing football? I assume for the other team it was very high.
But I can tell you right now, I never asked anyone to get an abortion. I never paid for an abortion, and it's a lie. And I'm going to continue to fight. You know, I tell you, that's what they want. They want this seat. But right now, they've energized me even more. And they're not going to take the seat. So they better work.
This is going to haunt him for the rest of the campaign. This is going to haunt him for the rest of the campaign. I don't know. I don't know how he recovers from this, man. He either drops out, which at this point they're not going to be able to get another viable Republican candidate to replace him. I mean, the Republicans knew he was a risky bet. It's not like it wasn't known that this guy has a lot of scandals in his past and accusations of violence, of like putting guns to women's heads and having episodes and saying wacky things. And they knew the dude was also pretty stupid, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think he's a very intelligent man. He says a lot of silly stuff about like bad Chinese air coming to America and like they're taking the good air, we're getting the bad air. Like all this stuff. Like he says a bunch of silly things. So I mean, like the Republicans knew they were taking a massive risk, but he was Trump's guy. And he's a well-known face. You know, he's a celebrity. The type of guy who could take down Raphael Warnock. Not anymore now. Not anymore. I guess they took a massive risk on him, And it looks like Christian Walker and his family was right. It was not a smart move for him to run. Unironically, Trump endorsed some of the worst choices to run for Congress. He unironically has hammered GOP odds so much. A little bit, yeah. I think when it comes to the race in Pennsylvania with Doug Mastro, whatever his name is, I think that's an example of it. I think here is an example of it. I think JD Vance is an example of it. I think JD Vance has a decent chance of actually losing to Tim Ryan. I don't know if he will. Still up in the air. But Tim Ryan's a good candidate and JD Vance is a bad candidate. JD Vance also has a history of trashing Trump, calling him the next Hitler. So it's kind of weird for Trump to endorse him now that he's pretending to flip, whatever. Anyway, and he also, of course, endorsed Herschel, which, you know, now we're seeing how that's playing out. Carrie Lake, we'll have to see how Carrie Lake plays out, but Carrie Lake scares me.
Okay, even harder because they've jeopardized my kids. They've jeopardized my family. They think they can
Don't talk about your kids. Your kids are condemning you.
threaten me. They think they can scare me. Right now, all that done is has energized me more that I'm going to fight and win this seat for the great people of Georgia, because to have someone in the seat that lies to the people shouldn't be in the seat as a senator.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that, you moron. They're going to play that on repeat on every eye. To have somebody who lies as a senator is terrible. It's terrible. Said the liar who got an abortion. That's boom. The fucking this. What a moron. What a moron. This is like Putin saying Russians should never elect a war criminal.
What about the $700 check? Is there anybody you can remember sending that much money to?
Well, I send money to a lot of people, and that's what's so funny. And let's go back to my part. You know, I do scholarship for kids. I give money to people all the time because I'm always helping people, because I believe in being generous. God has blessed me, and I want to bless others. And I got into this race because I'm a Christian. I love the Lord Jesus Christ, and I always tell everyone that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So whoever been out there want to lie on Herschel Walker, you're lying on the wrong one. It's best that you to go somewhere else, because I'm going to win this seat for the great people of Georgia, because Georgia deserves to have a senator that trusts in the Georgia people and not no one that trusts in Joe Biden like Senator Warnock does.
Can you guys decode a single fucking thing this moron just said? Can anybody decode what he just said? Any idea? The fucking Joe Biden, but the people of Georgia, fucking, it's this fucking mouthy mush guy. Just stumbling over his words, unable to respond to these questions. Sean Hannity giving him softball after softball, and he's just fumbling, man. God, man, Jesus. Imagine if this was an actual hostile interview. Imagine if this was like CNN or MSNBC, right? Hell, Vice, for God's sakes, Vice. Like anyone. It could have been fucking. It could be fucking. What's his name? BuzzFeed. For God's sakes. Could have been BuzzFeed, for fuck's sake. Walker has also said that his anti-abortion position is not a recent shift, claiming last month that he has oh God, he's really fucked himself with this statement. See, he could have said I've changed since then and tried to run it like that, but it still would have been an uphill battle. But he said that he's always had this position, so he has to deny it or he has to drop out. That's like his only options. He either denies it or drops out. 2 weeks ago, Walker broke with other Senate candidates when he volunteered his support for a 15-week federal ban put forth by Senator Lindsey Graham. Other candidates ducked comment on the Graham proposal, but Walker told Politico if elected, he would back such a bill. God, dude, when Lindsey Graham came out and was just like, yo, let's ban abortion right before the midterms, what a fucking moron. Raphael Warnock wants to protect the killing of babies right up to the moment of birth. We need to do better, Walker told Politico in a statement. Damn. You know, I will say that if we use Walker's framework, he's killed one more baby than Raphael Warnock has. Well, that we know of. I am a proud pro-life Christian, and I will always stand up for unborn children, unless I produce them. I believe the issue should be decided at the state level, but I would support this policy. At a July campaign event for Georgia farmers, Walker was asked if he thought voters would have the state's recently passed ban in mind when they cast ballots in November. People aren't concerned about that, he told the Gainesville Times. People are concerned about gas, they're concerned about food, they're not even talking about that. That's not what I'm hearing about. 4 days earlier, Walker said another campaign had stopped that there's not a national ban on abortion right now, and I think that's a problem. I'm pro-life, and I'm not going to make an excuse for it. God, he really dug in on that abortion topic. While that stance may lose some voters, it has endeared him to anti-abortion advocates who have held him up as a champion for the cause. Herschel Walker will be a most effective champion for unborn babies and their mothers in Washington, and he has demonstrated the passion and perseverance it takes to win the critically important Georgia Senate race, said Carol Tobias, the president of the National Right to Life, whose group endorsed Walker over the Republican primary opponent in April. Walker is twice married with 4 known children. I love it. 4 known children. Oh my God. Oh my God. All from different mothers. The Daily Beast revealed in July that Walker had lied to his own campaign staff when he denied the existence of 2 of those children, whom Walker had also kept from the public for years, despite speaking out against fatherless homes in the black community. One of those children was born the same year Walker paid for the abortion. The next year, 2010, Walker told Howard Stern he had only slept with 2 women in his life. Walker claims he is a devout Christian, and he often invokes his faith to justify his anti-abortion position, including on the campaign trail. To say that it is okay for a woman to kill her baby when God said, "Thou shalt not kill," and I said, I can't square it, Walker said at a Conservative Christian Values Roundtable in August. I can't get around that. My God, man. This dude is a hoe. He is a hoe. He is a hoe. Walker is a hoe, unironically. What a little whore. What a little whore. Can we go back to Christian Walker? Is there anything else he's saying? 1 second. Can we send him like a message of support? You get him, King. There we go. We sent him a message of support. We sent him a message of support. I hope he's doing okay. A critical support for Christian Walker, man. God, why do you think Christian Walker is doing this? Do you think this is a personal grudge? This feels personal. This feels like it has no professional angle to it. This feels personal. And as somebody who has a complicated relationship with his parental units, I can understand that. But this doesn't feel professional. This feels personal. Because there's no way he's going to be loved by the conservative, by a lot of conservatives for this. Definitely a lot of those who are more election-minded, considering how important the Senate race is. DGG incoming? What are they doing? The Taliban going to take me out? Christian Walker isn't smart, but I think he's honest. You know, I have no reason to believe Christian Walker has lied about anything purposefully. I mean, has he spread disinformation maybe or something? Like, possibly, I'd have to look around. But I can't remember any time that I think he's purposefully lied. Who knows? This is a hate raid of love. Thank you, hate raiders. I appreciate it. Gonna get a knock on the door from a Koch brothers rep. Yo, well, I'm gonna be speaking at the Students of Liberty event, so I'm going to the Koch brothers events. I'm going to them. Dylan Burns, Koch brothers sponsored. My goodness, what a wild story. What a wild story. God, he deleted this too, man. You're running for a Senate race to boost your ego. My God. Like, they just quote him. Dude, could you imagine, man, if he actually debated Raphael Warnock now? Because Herschel Walker's been dodging a debate with Raphael Warnock forever because Herschel Walker, again, is not a very intelligent man. And he would get rolled in a debate. You get rolled. Now, he wouldn't. I don't think he would even survive a debate, both politically and maybe even literally. Oh my goodness. My God, what a story! What a story!
All I'm gonna say is I hope you blue-haired liberals are happy. All I'm gonna say is...
Stay tuned for more of this.
Okay. There he is with... Oh, God.
Oh, if I was a woman, I'd be so mad. The feminists have ruined everything. Have you ever thought we can be equal and do different things? If I was a woman, I'd be like, I don't want to go to war with the Muslim men. I can be equal to them and not do their jobs. Oh, women, I'm so sorry. The blue-haired, feminist, armpit hair grow...
Dude, there is not a single crevice in his entire face. It's unnatural. There's not a single crevice. Like, there's nothing. There's not like a line. There's zero defining features. He's like a default like GTA NPC.
Grower outers are now speaking for
It's like somebody took a sander to his face.
you and causing
It has to be a filter? Maybe. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
policy to be implemented. I'm so sorry. I'm right there with you. I'd rather be at a laser appointment and
like I see like crevices like form in his forehead like normally do. You see in my forehead when I go like this. Got crevices. Like they form for like a second and then they immediately disappear.
bacon cornbread, than going to war. But if there's a draft, I'll...
Anyway, that's enough of that. Christian Walker.